We have this man who have been locked up in prison for a very long time. And many things have been saying. Many people are talking rubbish all around about this man. Who is this man we are talking about? That is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Nigeria. A man who woke up one day to fight freedom for his own peoples. And many people says, look, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is trying to bring separation. Lot of people are talking rubbish. You know, one thing you must understand, there are some things that must be done before freedom will be released to Africans. We must deal with ourselves. And this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu start to do, because you must start with your own home. We have this problem in Nigeria for a very long time, and this man have been kept in prison for a very long time without no evidence, without no good reason of keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prison. The Nigerian government that is saying that they are keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prison. They are taking him to court. I joined the court. No, today. No, tomorrow. No, I joined court. No, today court. Tomorrow court. I joined court. When we ask Nigerian government the question, why are they keeping this man? Why are they taking him to court? What are the reasons? They have no reason. They have no tangible evidence to show. This is the reason we are keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prison, or this is the reason we are taking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court. What are the reasons? They said he is a criminal, he is a terrorist. Come on, the terrorists we have in Nigeria are still alive and unaliving innocent citizens in Nigeria each and every day. The government and their own and their servicemen can't do nothing about those terrorists.
Alright, depending on your time zone and your location. Popular Gambian soldier and Pan-Africanist and Pandi Maica, one of my former this particular guy, one man who to go this guy and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the illegal detention that's been going on and the court issues. Yesterday, Computer live in a particular program on his verified Facebook page, where he actually made a video of about an hour plus. If only open that live program throughout Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, the topic of the program is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He spoke a whole lot of things in that video that you would not want to miss. He sent heavy messages to the Nigerian government. He hoped that this particular video in the region to get up. Thank God gradually people are beginning to be concerned about this illegality happening around Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's issue with the Nigerian government. So I want you guys to watch the video from beginning to the end. In this program he did yesterday. The video is long, but I was able to trim it to some length. I say come with this particular video. Share your thoughts and opinion after watching the video, and also do well to share the video. Can always right with fear. Enjoy the rest of the videos. I will be right back.
They have no reason. They have no tangible evidence to show. This is the reason we are keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prison, or this is the reason we are taking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court. What are the reasons? They said he is a criminal, he is a terrorist. Come on, the terrorists we have in Nigeria are still alive and unaliving innocent citizens in Nigeria each and every day. The government and their own and their servicemen can't do nothing about those terrorists. Not long ago, a young girl in Nigeria called Aisha was kidnapped. And the kidnappers were publicly asking for ransom. What did the government do about it? What did Nigerian government did about that? The Nigerian police officers, the Nigerian militaries, what have you done about that? That, of course, the ransom have to be paid for the girl to be released. And the terrorists are there enjoying the ransom money. The kidnappers. This is what I said. Nigerian government is meant to make a deal with the terrorists and the kidnappers, but not to make a deal with freedom fighters to free the entire nation. It's a pity to have a government like Nigerian government. It's a pity to have these evil men ruling a country like Nigeria that have been called the giant of Africa, not today. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wake up and says, I want Biafra to be separate from Nigeria. We want our own government. Many people say it is a separation. He is trying to separate Africa. He is trying to separate Nigeria. That is a separation. You don't understand one thing about freedom. As it is now, at its stand, Nigeria is in the hand of the Westerners. Westerners are the one ruling Nigeria. And if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu successfully took Biafra from the hand of the Westerners, because Nigeria is no more for Nigerians. If you are a Nigerian, you understand what I am saying, you understand. If you don't understand, you will not understand. But Nigeria is our country. Not only those who are in Nigeria, or not only those who are in the possession of Nigerian passport. I want to tell you that Nigeria is our country. As far as you are an African, Nigeria is your country. There is a reason why I'm saying this. You see that Nigeria doesn't belong to only Nigerian citizens. It belongs to all of we the Africans. If Nigeria have a problem, we have a problem. Forget about the little petty problem citizens will have. We don't care about that. But the man who has sense will understand the standard of Nigeria yesterday and the standard of Nigeria today toward Africa. It is not today. We think about tomorrow, yesterday. And that Nigeria have been collected from the Africans, from the hands of Africans, and that Nigeria have been given to the West. Nigeria have been sold to the West. The simple fact that most of the Nigerians who are fighting against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, saying that he is trying to separate Biafra, he is trying to separate Biafra from Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't belong to Nigerians. Nigeria have been sold to the Westerners, and it's a Westerners company. Nigeria is a Western company that produce oil, that produce gas for the Westerners, that produce a lot of money for the Westerners. You will not understand this. There are thousands, millions of Nigerians who will not understand this, that country have been sold to the Westerners, and the Westerners are benefiting, working on that country as a company. They don't even invest. It's their own company. No need for them to invest. They will get benefit from that country. They said Nigeria have a government. So if you want to separate Biafra, the problem we have, I know if Biafra people are watching me, I will tell you this today. The problem we have is your own peoples. Who you think. You know, this is why I don't believe peoples. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu own peoples are the peoples pressuring the government, working with the government to keep him in prison. We understand. You know, nobody is your enemy. Your own peoples, your enemy. Your biggest enemy came from your own peoples. Your biggest enemies, who you think they will not do that to you, they came from your own peoples. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu biggest enemies who are working hand in hand with the government today to keep him in that position. Do you know these people? Do you think these people don't know what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for and what he is capable of? They know what he is capable of. They know he will be successful. There are so many people who are saying we are freedom fighters. Nobody arrests them. Who arrests them? Nobody. Do you know why? They know those people can't act. They can't do anything. But if they know you can do something, if they know you are capable of doing something, they will come for you no matter how. They will come for you. And if they come for you, let me tell you one thing. A true freedom fighter, if you are arrested, if you don't die in prison, then you will not be released until they see your white hair going down. That's the time they will release you. Because at that time, they will understand that you can't do nothing. You have no power anymore. You are too old. That's the time they will release you. Or you die in prison. If you are lucky, they will release you when you have 80 years. 90 years. If you even have 90 years. And this is same plan towards Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his own peoples are telling the government to keep him in prison. His own peoples. Igbo people, stop the wickedness. The Igbo businessmen, the Igbo governors, stop the wickedness. You are doing self-wickedness because you people understand what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stand for. If he free Igbo peoples and Biafra stand on its own, all those governors and all those rich men in Igbo who are stealing from Igbo land will not steal again. And those are the peoples today against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in secret, running under, working with the government, working with the security guard to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there, never to release him. Because if they release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will successfully take Biafra from Nigeria, and Biafra will have his own government. And when that happens, all those Igbo businessmen who are scamming their fellow Igbo men in Igbo land, all those Igbo governors who are stealing from Igbo peoples in Igbo land, they will no more steal. And those are the peoples who are praying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never to come out. They are the peoples working hand in hand with the government. Do you know what they are doing to keep this man there? Do you know how much people are willing to pay to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains there? There's a group of people because they are benefiting, they are criminals, they are terrorists. They know when this man came out, all those stealing they are doing will stop. All those nonsense. The Igbo governor is among peoples who are working hand in hand with the government to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never come out. Igbo peoples in your land, your governor is your problem. Your rich men are your problems. All those rich Igbo peoples who are stealing from Igbo land, They are your problems. They are the one working with the government to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there. Look, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not someone who you will say, okay, let's forget about him. Last time, this is what I said to a lot of the freedom fighters when we have an organization. This is what I said. I said every Pan-African who call themselves they are fighting for Africa, whoever came out to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or do we like the condition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today? We have Professor Lumumba on the table. We have Julius Malema on the table. And we all proud that we are fighting for Africa, but we see our fellow African man and our fellow Pan-African who have been kidnapped. I will not say who have been arrested, because he didn't commit any crime to be arrested. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu didn't commit any single crime to be arrested. Look, we call ourselves Pan-Africans. We fight for Africa. But our fellow man who woke up and made the action to free his own peoples have been locked up. How many Pan-African came out and suggest that our organization should provide freedom for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? If Pan-Africans have an organization, why don't that organization stand for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? That organization have the power to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If Professor Lumumba is there, Southern Africa must be free. And Professor Lumumba will not tell me that he have not heard about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He have heard a lot about. But this is the problem of Africa. I will tell you, we the Pan-Africans. You must understand that from today, Africans. I am the one who will stand here and tell you this, because I face a lot of it. We are Pan-Africans. We call ourselves Pan-Africans, and we are not united. Do you know that we hate each other more than any other person? I will tell you that from today. To see a Pan-African who will not have hatred in his heart, it's not easy to see. We have Julius Malema. Julius Malema will not tell me that he didn't heard about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have the Pan-African organization in Africa. We have the Pan-African organization. All we the Pan-Africans, we know it. But the organization refused to stand for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And all of us in that organization, we know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter. Not a criminal, not a terrorist. And all of us know that he has been arrested for no reason by his own government. All because they just want to break down the chain that he wants to build. And none of those in that Pan-African organization stood up to say, look, our organization must stand for this man and free him. How many Pan-African do we have there? How many Pan-African? I will not leave anybody behind. They know me. I don't have time for them. But the fact is, everybody wants to be the head in Pan-Africanism. Everybody wants all Africans to listen to only you. Julius Malema wants Africans to be proud of only him. Professor Lumumba wants Africans to be listening to only him. That's why when their own fellow Pan-African go to prison, none of them will walk out to free that man, because they pray that man remain in prison so that they will be the only Pan-African on the table. It is not possible. If you want Africa to be free, your intention should not be that only you will be the Pan-African. You should pray to have millions of Africans like you as a real Pan-African. That's what should be your own intention. Because only you can free Africa. One Pan-African can free Africa. It's not possible for only one Pan-African to free that Africa. If you want that Africa to be free and you are a Pan-African, your intention should be to see millions of Africans like you, greater like you, or even greater than you. This is what I always pray for. To see thousands, millions of Africans who will be better than me, educated than me, greater than me, stronger than me. We can't do it alone. If you add me, add Professor Lumumba, add Julius Malema, we can't free Africa. Let us open our hearts to our own brothers and invite them into Pan-Africanism. Let us stop breaking them. Pan-Africans are the one breaking other Africans never to become Pan-Africans. Never to stood up for Africa. They will make them fear. Make them feel fear. Never to enter into Pan-African organizations. I am telling you, I am the only Pan-African who will stand here and tell you these Africans. I am no more in the Pan-African organization. Do you know why? Ask them why. Why Pandi Maica is not in the Pan-African organization of Africa. Why? Because I don't like corner stories. I like the truth. Ask all of them why Pandi Maica is not in the Pan-African organization group in Africa. Why Pandi Maica is not in the organization. Because I don't like, you are a Pan-Africa, you say you are fighting for Africa. When Africans want to join, you make them fear. You tell them that, look, you cannot do this. You make things difficult for them. Invite them, teach them. How do you do it? Were you born with Pan-Africanism? You learn it. And there are a lot of these Pan-Africans, they just wake up and call themselves Pan-Africans. None of them have a clean heart for Africa or for African youth. None of them. When I ask them, look, Masin Nnamdi Kanu have been in prison for a very long time. And we all know, none of us in this organization, in Pan-African organization, none of us as Pan-Africans in Africa will say that you have not heard from Masin Nnamdi Kanu, or you never heard the speeches of Masin Nnamdi Kanu, or you never heard the actions of Masin Nnamdi Kanu. All of us heard it. And all of us know him. And all of us know what he wants. But today he is being in prison. For no reason. For no tangible evidence from Nigerian government. Why are we Pan-Africans keeping quiet? Watching Masin Nnamdi Kanu to rot in jail for no reason. And we are happy and we call ourselves Pan-Africans. But our fellow Pan-African, we cannot even free one of our fellow Pan-African who is being in prison. How can we free Africa? If we cannot free one African, how can we free Africans? Billions of people. How can we free billions of people if we cannot free as Pan-Africans, as Pan-African organization in Africa, if we cannot free one person? How can we free Africa? That question is for all Pan-Africans. Those who call themselves. I'm even talking, my word is even going to Julius Malema. Professor Lumumba, they must understand this, that we are not Pan-Africans. We are the one destroying Africa. Yes. We don't have a good heart to invite our brothers and make them stronger than us. We are too jealous. If they came into Pan-Africanism, they may be stronger than us. They are afraid if Masin Nnamdi Kanu came out, he will do more than every other Pan-African. And his name will be everywhere than them. This is why no Pan-African is trying to fight for Masin Nnamdi Kanu. It's only me. Because for me, I want to see Africans who are more greater than me, who are more better than me in this Pan-African journey. Only me cannot free Africa, my brother. If I tell you only me I can free Africa, that is a lie. If Thomas Sankara alone cannot free Africa, Mohammed Gaddafi alone can't free Africa, who am I to say only me can free Africa? One man cannot free that continent. It's not a country. It's not a town. It's a continent. So one man, no matter how you speak, no matter which plan you do, you can't free that continent. If we want freedom for Africa as Pan-Africans, we must be clean. We must clean inside our heart, my brothers. Why? Look, today we have 3 military coup leaders. Assimi Goïta, Abdourahmane Tidiane, Ibrahima Traoré. 3 of them militaries, they can still free Africa. And you think you are not even a military, you are just a Pan-African, you can free Africa. A civil servant Pan-African can free Africa. If we have militaries who become Pan-African, they can free Africa. So why are we... Oh God. My peoples, my Igbo peoples, you must understand this. Whatever I'm telling you here is the real fact about Masin Nnamdi Kanu. We have Pan-Africans who are even praying for Masin Nnamdi Kanu to be in prison forever. Do you know why? They understand it that when Masin Nnamdi Kanu came out, I tell you, you will not hear about Julius Malema. You will not see people listening to Professor Lumumba. You know why? This is what they understand. If not, a simple organization of Pan-Africans, an organization that is trying to free Africa, and that organization has seen a freedom fighter who has been arrested for no reason and kept in prison for a very long time, and the organization keep quiet. If you told them, they said, no, we don't want problem. We as Pan-Africans, Masin Nnamdi Kanu is just somehow he use weapons. I asked this question. I said, have you ever seen Masin Nnamdi Kanu where he is holding a weapon as a freedom fighter? Even if he hold a weapon as a freedom fighter, he's supposed to. But nobody have ever seen Masin Nnamdi Kanu with any weapon to call himself a freedom fighter and hold a weapon. And even if he even hold a weapon, we should even celebrate him more. Because a Pan-African who is not holding a weapon, my brother, you will die or you will go to prison. So if Masin Nnamdi Kanu hold a weapon to fight for freedom, so that means he shouldn't hold a weapon. And I asked them, can they provide one picture of Masin Nnamdi Kanu where he's holding a weapon or empire? Nobody was able to provide any picture. Nobody was able to provide any evidence where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was armed or was holding any armed fire. So the Igbo businessmen who are looting from Igbo peoples in Igbo land are fighting against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, are working hand in hand with the government to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wherever he is, because when he came out, their business will go down, because they are stealing from Igbo people. They are stealing from Igbo land. An Igbo governor is a thief, is a criminal who work with kidnappers, work with terrorists. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out, he will not be able to connive with the terrorists or with the kidnappers anymore. He is also working hand in hand with the government to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stays in that prison. The real fact. And we have these Pan-Africans. We are also praising Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have a lot of people praising Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prison. My Igbo peoples, you must understand that. My Igbo peoples, you must understand that. We have a lot of people praising Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prison. We Pan-Africans, we are the problem. Fake Pan-Africans everywhere. Everybody just wants Africans to be listening to you. So that when they say, oh, this Pan-African is speaking, everybody will listen to you. I don't fight for Africa because of fame. I don't fight for Africa because of money. I don't fight for Africa because I want people to know me. I am doing a little thing, my little best that I can do for Africa. And if I see anyone who came out and started fighting for Africa, as I am doing, or even better than I'm doing, I feel so happy. And I feel so proud that many Africans are now waking up. This should be your prayer as a Pan-African. But no, all these Pan-Africans we are having, this is not their prayer. Their prayer is to see their fellow. Do you know how many Pan-Africans are praying for me to go to prison? Do you know how many of them were even conniving with the Westerners to tell them that if this boy is in Africa, we will have locked him up for a very long time. Lock him up because this boy is a criminal. You know how many Pan-Africans, my fellow Pan-Africans, people who call themselves Pan-Africans. This is what we do in Pan-Africanism in Africa. We try to put each other in prison and watch each other to rot in jail. If not, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not even spend 2 years in prison. I swear to God. We will have taken him out now. The Pan-African organization in Africa will have taken him out. Who is Nigerian government? Who the hell is Nigerian government? You cannot hold a man and you have no evidence. Even the European Union have testified they have no evidence. They have to release him. UK government testified they have no evidence against him. They have to release him. Nigerian government wanted to release. That's the time when the businessmen of Igbo land, the governor of Igbo land, because they know they are thieves, they are criminals. And if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu take over Igbo land, they will not steal again, they will not thief, they will not survive. Because they are surviving with the blood of Igbo peoples in Igbo land, stealing from Igbo land. They work hand in hand with government, tell government don't release this man. Look, to show you that we are a problem to ourselves. You have not seen anybody. Tell me, have you ever seen one Pan-African speaking about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Or to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Have you ever seen any Pan-African? All those big Pan-Africans, you believe they are Pan-Africans. They love Africa. They want Africa to be free. Have you seen any of them coming out to speak about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Or to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released? We have the organization of Pan-Africans in Africa, the organization that is stronger than any African government. Why don't the organization work? No, they know. It's not that they didn't know who is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They know who is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They know what he is capable of. We all Pan-Africans, we know it. What Professor Lumumba was incapable to do, that's what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started. What Julius Malema was incapable to do, that's what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started. Believe me, if I am telling you this today, no matter how you love Pandi Maica, if Pandi Maica is not willing to see any other Pan-African become a Pan-African, then don't watch Pandi Maica. Don't love him. Because any man who become Pan-African, in Africa, you must have a clean heart and willing to invite thousands of African youths to go into Pan-Africanism. Because no one man can free Africa. Not even 2, not even 3, not even 4, not even 5, not even 10. If one man can free Africa, then Thomas Sankara will have freed the entire Africa now. If one man can free Africa, Mohammed Gaddafi will have free Africa. If one man can free Africa, Kwame Nkrumah will have free Africa now. But one man can't do. But the problem is, nobody want to see any other African comparing to you in Pan-Africanism. People are watching you, people are watching him. People are listening to you, people are listening to him. People are comparing you to. Nobody want it. Jealousy is killing people. Too much of jealousy, too much of bad mind in Pan-Africanism. Ask them, I'm not in their organization and I can never be there. And I will never be. Because I don't like fakeness. I don't like people who are talking out on media saying that they love Africa, they want to provide Africa, but they are working hand in hand with the white man organization. All these Pan-Africans you are seeing, they are working with Western organization. I am the one telling you today. We know each other now. Any Pan-African who is not working hand in hand with any white man, Western organization, I tell you, those Pan-Africans don't have peace. Look, I don't work with any white man organization. I don't work with any African government organization because I don't like bad government. I love Africa more than money. This is it. And you cannot say that Martin Nnamdi Kanu is working with Western organization. That's why he's still in prison. If he's working with Western organization, he will not be in prison. Because the Westerners always want to see a fake Pan-African who talk loud in media, said he is standing for Africa, but under Budel, he is working with the Westerners. So the Westerners will protect you because they know you are fooling your own peoples. They like to see a Pan-African who is fooling his own peoples. That's why still Martin Nnamdi Kanu is in prison. If he is a fake Pan-African, he will be out by right now. Look, Julius Malema, how many times Julius Malema should go to prison? He didn't go. Do you think it's his power? No, it's the Western organization. We know each other. The Western organization. Look, I will tell you one thing. Even very dark man, a popular man in Nigeria at this point in time, at this recent time, I always watch him. Very dark man, watch your back because your own people are your own enemies. Watch your back. I'm seeing you walking up and down. I'm seeing you started war with them. You started chaka-chaka with them. But I will tell you one thing, very dark man. The enemy that will bring you down is your closest friend, your closest peoples. Yes. Put that at the back of your mind, very dark man. I always watch you and I always listen to your videos. But what I understand in your way, very dark man, you don't know black man. You fight for black man, but you don't know black man. And you see, very dark man, don't try to fight everything to the end. There are some things you let go. Because there are some things that are a trap for you. I am telling you. Do you think the government is silent about you? The Nigerian government, do you think they don't want to put you in prison? Do you think they don't want to take you anywhere? Do you think there are people who are not planning to put you behind bar forever? A lot, my brother. A lot is saying, we love you, we support you. But I'm telling you, your enemy are among those who are telling you today, we love you, we support you. You will not understand now until you fell into the trap. That's the time you will see a face that tell you yesterday, I love you, is now today telling you that this is good for you. Very dark man, I want to ask a favor. Send this video to very dark man. I want to ask a favor from him. Let's wake up and fight for Martin Nnamdi Kanu. Let him be free. Very dark man. Whatever you are doing today is a little bit different from what Martin Nnamdi Kanu stands for. You stand for the peoples, but it is a little bit different when it came to Pan-Africanism. You stand for your peoples. You try to make sure that your people live in peace. You try to make sure that your peoples are not suffering from the high price of things in your country. You try to make sure that you open your people's eyes. I want you to understand. Let's wake up and fight for Martin Nnamdi Kanu. I know there will be people who will be telling you that very dark man, don't talk about Martin Nnamdi Kanu. There will be peoples, I know. Send this video to very dark man, let him listen to me so that he will understand what I'm trying to say. There will be people who will be telling you, very dark man, don't talk about Martin Nnamdi Kanu. Don't put your mouth there. He is a criminal. You know we respect you so much. Don't put yourself there. They are your enemies. They know if you put your sue into Nnamdi Kanu case and free him, whatever criminalism they are doing or whatever stealing they are doing will stop. So there will be many people who will tell you to stop, very dark man. They will not want you to put your mouth there. But I'm telling you 100%, put your sue in Nnamdi Kanu's sue. And help your fellow brother who is fighting for his people's freedom.